Hi everyone, my name's Alyssa. I'm 15 years old and from the UK, and I own a horse called Twinkle. Twinkle is a 4-year-old bay thoroughbred mare, and she was originally supposed to be a race horse, but she didn't meet the height requirements when she was 3, so then she was later she was later backed and then sold to me. Before buying Twinkle, she was originally at a racing yard in Ireland where she grew up. She was there from when she was born to when she was 3, like just turned 3, and then she was imported to the UK, somewhere down the country, to another racing yard who was gonna produce and race her. However, by the time she was 4, she didn't meet the requirements to be raced, like the height requirements. So then she was lightly backed and then later on sold to me. Believe it or not, Twinkle was everything I didn't want. I didn't want a young horse, I didn't want a thoroughbred, and I didn't want a mare. But she's everything I could have hoped for. Also, there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting that type of horse. Like, it was just personal preference. But I'm so glad that we bought her. When she first came, we gave her like a month to just like settle in. Like, she's with me her whole life. She really doesn't need to be like pushed. She's only 4. She doesn't need to be in full work. So we took it very slow. Light hacking, light schooling, lots and lots of groundwork. I will say, if you have a young horse, groundwork is what saved me. Just in-hand pulls, in-hand like obstacles, like get like cones and like, well, if you look like on Pinterest and like other apps, you can see there's loads of exercise ideas, and they're actually very useful. But I just did a lot of things to just get her listening, make sure she wasn't bored, so a lot of hacking, like I would just walk. But obviously when we bought Twinkle, she was very green. Like I said, she'd just been lightly backed. She'd never ever seen an arena before, because she was like backed, and I don't know how to describe it. It's literally like a hill, but it's a road, and that's all she was backed on. She never cantered under saddle. She'd never done anything. Literally just trotted up the road and back safely. So I was kind of thrown into the deep end a bit, but we got there. A few months after having her and like actually riding her properly, she had a really bad napping habit. Like, it was bad. Yeah. But with young horses, and any horse in general, but like especially young horses, I'm gonna say, that is very much common. Like, it's very common. And my biggest advice for that would literally just be, you've got to ride it out. I know it can be scary sometimes, but if you're gonna let them get away with it, no matter how hard it might be, it's not gonna end well. And what really helped me was getting a lesson on her. Like, I had a lesson on her, and honestly it was like the best decision ever, but actually told by a professional, like what to do and how to really do it, like to Twinkle. But yeah, fast forward to like now, obviously we've had a lot of ups and downs, but she's schooling beautifully, she's hacking in company, she's not really that confident being alone. She likes to just swerve and take off back home, but we're working on that, we're working on it. But yeah, she hacks out fine in company. We're just taking it nice and easy, going through the woods, just walking, and she really enjoys the company, and she enjoys like seeing the whole world, even though she does get a bit overwhelmed sometimes. But my goals for the future with Twinkle, this year, like end of this year, she's literally just going to be as much work as we can do, with the weather being so bad and we haven't got an indoor arena, so it is a little bit hard sometimes. But we're going to do as much work as we possibly can over this over this month that we've got left. But and then 2026, like until she's 5, which will be in April 21st, 2026, mark that down in your calendars, she'll be 5. If she's like up to it, depends how far she's got, by then we are going to try with jumping. Obviously, I'm talking 30 centimetres, 60 at the most. Like, it's not going to be rushed. It's not going to be a rushed thing. Like, she's not going to be jumping metre 20 courses at the age of 5. But, like, long-term goals, I really want to get into showing. I've always liked showing. But, like, I'm going to make her, hopefully, don't mark my word on it, I'm going to try and make her into a show pony. Well, horse thing. But I want her to go to loads and loads of shows. Showing. I love showing so much. If that goes well, I have got a plan, but I'm not saying it yet because rumours will get spread. For the last thing, because I've kind of made this over my time limit, but I've really seen that social media, obviously it can be bad, like people can be awful, but documenting mine and Twinkle's journey on social media has helped me loads. Like, I found so many people that like get me, like they're going through the same thing, like say like the napping thing or like a young horse. Honestly, I just find it so comforting in a way, knowing that other people are going through it and, you know, it's normal. But yeah, I'll put a photo up here of Twinkle in all her glory. But yeah, thank you for listening. Bye guys.
Hi guys. First of all, I'd like to say I am so thankful for being able to be a part of this podcast. It's like, I don't think I'd be part of this, but thank you, Ellie, and whoever else was there to make it happen, for letting me be on this podcast. Ignore the way I'm dressed, okay? It's a bit cold outside today. But I'm going to be talking about show jumping and showing, because them are the two main things I do. I have done dressage, but I don't do it all the time. It's not something that I've always liked to do. Show jumping is like my favourite discipline, and showing is like after. So I'll talk about showing first. So I only recently got into showing because of the new loan I have called Arthur. He's been doing them since he was 2 or 3 maybe, since Ellie got him, because he's not mine, he's my loan. But yeah, so he's really experienced in them. He's been to the Walsingham show where he won 1st and 2nd place with me and 3rd in the in-hand show, so I was so proud of him for that. He's been to the Dale show and he won, I think, 3rd place. Amazing. And overall, he tried his hardest. We try our hardest and we just do what we can do. So basically, like, if you want any advice to do showing, I'd say it's 100% worth it, because you get your flat work in, you get to know all different kinds of things from showing, and it just boosts your confidence. Because if you're not confident enough to go to dressage yet, or go to like show jumping yet, like, you kind of get used to being around the crowd, and it can help you a lot with your riding, and it helped me a lot with my confidence, because I didn't have any confidence before that. Like, I would get so nervous going into a show jumping ring, and I would be so scared. I would be like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what to do because there's so many people, because I don't like when people watch me. But it does definitely boost your confidence, and now that I've been in the Walsingham show, I think I could go to a lot of different places. But I just start off small shows and then go, like, gradually get bigger. But yeah, so we were in a horse qualifier for the Dale show and we won 3rd place, so he did really good. But I'll talk about show jumping. So I have been so passionate about show jumping since since I started riding. Like, that was like my dream. I always wanted to do that, and that's what I still want to do nowadays. So basically, I started riding when I've been riding for 8 years. I'm 13 now, nearly 14. So I think I started when I was like 7 or 6. But yeah, so I always wanted to do show jumping. Even before I got into horse riding, I absolutely loved it. I've got videos that I can send Ellie if she needs to put them in, but of me when I was little, and I absolutely adored it. Like, my lessons, I would always ask if I could do some kind of jumping, some kind of course, and then eventually I got my own loan pony, which I'm so thankful for. His name was Alfie. I had him for 3 years, and he taught me so much. We taught each other so much. We had such a great bond. we went out show jumping together. We went to Highfield, which was amazing. We went to loads of different shows together, and we did so much stuff, and we accomplished so much stuff. Show jumping really does boost your confidence, but you do need like a lot of flat work and pole work and all that before you start jumping, because that's what genuinely builds you up. If you don't know how to do your flat work, you probably won't know how to do jumping properly. So that's what I had to build up with him. When I first got him, he was like fat. He was like, yeah, like he didn't.
Hi, I'm Cam, and this is Teddy. And Ellie has asked me to come on the End of It podcast, so I thought show jumping. I'm just going to warn you, I might be a bit awkward. I'm not usually in front of the camera. You might notice us, or Teddy, from TikTok. I'm just going to introduce us a bit for those who don't know. Obviously, I'm Cam, I'm 16, and this is Teddy. He's 12 too. He's a little cool dude. He does whatever, whenever. He's just perfect. I've been riding for nearly 12 years. I started in 2014, and I've owned Teddy for nearly 12 years. The whole reason I started riding was because I got given Teddy. I'm trying to like record here. Sorry. We got given Teddy as a 3-year-old gypsy pony. He'd done nothing. He was just getting ready to grow up to be drove. And I did not ride. I only started riding because I got given him, and he knew nothing. So over the years, me and my sister taught him to do everything, jump, whatever. And I started competing in about like 2021 maybe, and I only did the odd few shows. Like, and we didn't have our own transport, so we'd only got the local one that was down the road that I could hack to. Or if a friend was going to take me, so I only did a few. He could do it. Like, he could jump, whatever, it's just me. I was just not good. But, we'll see, I'm going to little. In 2024, when I moved out my yard that I went down, I started competing. I went out with my first show, just like a normal Olympia thing. And I should have got like second or something. It was like absolutely amazing. I did like 60, 70 or something. And like, it was just mad. Like, I couldn't really happy with him. And then there's a BS show the next week. So I was like, I'm going to try BS. So I signed up for BS, got everything finished it. And that's kind of what started it. Yeah, since then we've been going out. I've done stay away. I've competed at a few places, mainly just local ones. I did qualify for nationals, but I didn't go. I've been to some like decent shows, but not big ones. So I've done show jumping, I've done stay away show jumping, like all that, done BS and stuff. I've struggled a lot with my confidence, especially after I had a fall on Teddy in 2023 at the end. We started showing jumping. I won the winter league, got the hat, won the shows. And like, Teddy is very much known for his tight turns and his speedy rounds. I've been asked for loads of people to buy him at shows, but he's never gone anywhere. He's doing this forever. I started off knocking half the fences, didn't know where I was going, couldn't do anything. But now I've competed up to 8-10 years. Obviously, he's only 12 year cub. I'm not going to push him any further. He's jumped up to 120. Well, I'm not going to ask him to jump big horses because he owes me nothing. If I'll just go out and do a 60-70 course, that's enough for me. Hello, where did you get it? I do get a lot of people asking me tips on like competing and stuff, but like, I'm not the best person to ask because I'm so nervous at shows. Like, I hate people watching me. Like, you could just let me go and do the course anywhere else, fine. People there, no way. I just hate it. Like, people always ask, how do you do the course? How do you deal with like people watching you? How do you not get scared? Like, people gonna judge you. But like, thing is, somebody's gonna judge no matter what you do. So you just gotta do your best, really. Go and walk the course how many times you want. Do it with a friend who can help you. Just do whatever like helps you best. My friend told me, if you can learn the course, you already know it. But then look away. Don't look at the course. Don't look at it at all. And just look away. And you can tell someone the course. You know it. You're fine. You don't need to worry. You know the course. But honestly, just walk the course. Walk it with your friends. Walk it with someone that'll help you know it. Like, honestly, just. And if you don't win, who cares? If you don't place, who cares? If you knock some poles, refuse or get a limit. But you're lucky enough to go out there and compete with your pony that you've worked so hard to get there. Doesn't matter how you do it, you got there still. So honestly, don't worry about it. But I completely get it. I've competed 3 different horses. Obviously Teddy, who I've mainly competed. I competed still like twice. I did showing with her, and I did a cross-country show jumping with her. None of them went the best, but that's okay. She's a youngster, I don't really care. When she gets back in work, I'm gonna try my best to take her some shows. And I've also competed another horse, Pearl. She's just lovely little mare that I ride for a friend sometime. And I got asked to start competing her, which was like the death of me. I did not want to compete somebody else's horse, but I actually love riding Pearl. She's just the sweetest mare ever. She'll do it, everything, no bother. Literally went and got third, first time competing her. Went back and got a second and a fourth. Like, just because you're worried about it and just because you don't think it's going to go well doesn't mean it's actually going to go bad. Like, you just gotta try your best. I don't really know what else to say. I'm really like kind of awkward, but if anyone would happily have me back on and there's any questions anyone wants to ask, anything, whether it's like about Star, Teddy, Pearl, me, if anyone would happily have me back on again, I'd love to answer some. But my advice for people that want to start show jumping and never have or anything, see like if you've got friends or like even just people you know through TikTok who are in your area, just ask them where like some nice local shows to go to. Just have a look on Facebook, have a search around. There'll be like a few shows around you. I'm lucky enough to have quite a few nice venues around. Hello, say hi. So like, just have a look around. I'll be on Facebook. See, my advice is like, just go. Like, I'm saying this, I get so nervous, but I still go and do it. Like, I'm really sick. I can't eat all day before I show because I'm like at that point I'm really sick. But I still go. And like, if it doesn't go well and you have tried at shows, if you have, just don't be embarrassed about it. We've all done it at some point. Like, I'm saying this, I'm not like some big show jumper. I don't go and do like 120 tracks. I'm just doing like 50, 60, 70, 80 height on my little 12-2 cob. But it doesn't really matter. We're still show jumping. We started off, you know, like not getting anywhere, not placing, just got my little look show down the road. And now we're out like multiple times a month. Do often get placed, I've got a few firsts. I've got quite a good collection. I've got trophies, hats, sashes, rosettes, all of it. And like, honestly, this is the best. But honestly, don't worry about it. Like, everyone's always free to pop me a message. I'll try my best to get back to anyone, but if you need tips, I'm not the best person to ask, but I'm always going to try and give an answer. I'm sorry that this isn't perfect. Like, I'm very sorry, but it's my first time in front of the camera like this. I'm not used to it. But there's so much more I could say. If you would love to have me on again, I'd absolutely love it. Thank you so much for inviting me on.